So good morning, everyone. It's Jamie from Island Yoga UK. It's Monday, so we're going to ease our way into the week with a nice gentle practice. So if you find your comfortable seated position on the mat, your legs can be crossed or you can arrange them any way you like, just as long as the spine's uplifted. Let's relax the shoulders and gently close your eyes. Just allow your breath to find its own natural rhythm. Don't try to change the breath in any way. And just watch your breath as it flows. Feel the body's reaction to each and every breath you take. And as we settle into this present moment awareness, with the body still, we can just start to extend the breath so that we begin to breathe longer, slower, and deeper. Allow the abdomen to expand as you inhale, and then draw the abdomen in at the end of the exhale. And let's continue with this new way of breathing. And as we slow down the breath, then the mind slows down too. And let's try to hang on to this new way of breathing throughout our entire practice this morning. But for now, place the palms together at heart center, and we'll say one long Om together to start the class. Inhale deeply. Release the hands and put them behind your back. And then as you exhale, bend forward from the waist and surrender to Mother Earth. Inhaling, coming back up. Release your hands again. And with a few gentle blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Okay, so let's begin the physical practice by doing some cat-cow stretches. We'll start to move the spine. So we'll take our position on all fours with the hands directly under the shoulders and the knees directly under the hips. Spread the fingers wide and let's time these movements with the breath. So let's inhale long and slow and deep. Chin and chest up, tailbone up, bending the spine, and then exhaling, pushing away, rounding the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. If you're moving at a faster rhythm, because your breath's faster, that's fine. Exhale. Inhale. Just focusing your full attention on the breath and the spine. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing to a neutral tabletop position. And this time we're going to get the legs involved as well. Try and keep the legs straight, and we're going to raise the legs, starting with the right leg, and we're going to combine that with this flexion of the spine. So just inhale and raise the right leg at the same time as you're looking up. And then as you exhale, bring the knee all the way into the chest, rounding the back. Same leg, inhaling again. Exhaling, this time crossing over to the left elbow with the knee. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the right elbow this time. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the chin. Inhale. Exhale to the left elbow once more. Inhale. And exhale to the right elbow. Inhale. Exhale to the chin. And release the right knee and leg. And let's switch to the left leg. Let's begin again as we inhale. Left leg stretches out and lifts up this time. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest or the chin. Inhale. Exhale to the right elbow. Inhale. Exhale to the left elbow. Inhale. Exhale to the chin. Inhale. Exhale to the right elbow. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale. And exhale to the chin. Release the leg. And now we can widen the knees. Let's sink the buttocks back onto the heels or near to the heels and then stretch forward to find our resting warrior. Adho Mukha Virasana. Forehead comes down towards the mat. We're stretching the arms forward. Lengthening the spine. We're just having a few long breaths here. Creating space between the vertebrae. And now slowly let's come forward, lying down on the mat now. We're going to come into our first up dog. So legs nice and active, elbows in, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, and just look forward, always working within your comfortable limit. Just keep focusing on the breath. Let's have our last long breath here, and then on the next exhale, I'm going to tuck my toes and push back into down dog. I'm starting off on tiptoes with bent knees, really so that I can find that lovely straight back. And then just begin to ease our way into this down dog. Perhaps it feels good to do some pedaling, straightening one leg and then the other. Doing whatever it is that you need to do this morning just to kind of ease your way into this very familiar pose. Now let's walk the feet towards the hands, trying to keep the legs as straight as you can, but obviously if you need to bend the knees, that's absolutely fine. Walking all the way to the front of the mat and then soften the knees. So we're in a nice forward fold here now. Just briefly releasing the upper body and the head so that you can feel that work in the hamstrings all the way up. And now let's throw the arms forward. Upper arms should be near to the ears. We're really going to try and find that straight back once more. We're still in the forward fold, reaching forward as much as we can before we come up. So now with this lovely straight back and the arms outstretched, I'm going to inhale and come up. And release the arms. Well done. You can just round the shoulders, first one way and then the other, just to release any tension you may have there. And then come back to your place of stillness. Focusing your attention on the soles of the feet just for one moment and feeling the equilibrium. You can bring the feet quite near to each other because we're going to balance on one leg in a moment. So just bring the feet close, grounding down evenly. And then let's transfer our weight onto the right foot. Peeling the left foot off, and we're going to go into the tree pose. So the sole of the foot can go on the calf, or it can be still resting on the floor if you have any difficulty with that, or indeed it can come on the calf, on the thigh rather. Wherever you are, just try to turn the knee out as much as you can, placing the palms at heart center. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift the arms up. Keep focusing on your unmoving point. Follow the breath. Last long breath here. And then slowly release the arms. And you can release that leg as well. You may want to just shake out the leg and the ankle. Give the legs a little bit of a wobble, whatever it is you need to do. And then come back to stillness once more. Focusing your attention on the soles of the feet again. And this time just transferring the weight onto the left foot. And slowly peeling that right foot off the ground. And then let's turn the knee out as we place the sole of the foot either there on the ankle or the calf or the thigh. And wherever we end up, let's focus on turning that knee out, feeling that work through the hips. Hands at heart center. And only when we're ready and we've found our stillness, then raise the arms up. Last long breath here. And then slowly we can release the arms and release the leg too. Well done. I'm just going to shake the ankle out once more. Have a little bit of a movement and then come to stillness. From here, let's widen the stance. You're on the side way of the mat now, facing the long edge of the mat. And then once more, bring your attention to the soles of the feet. Make sure you're not rolling out towards the outer edges of the feet. The feet are parallel. Let's soften the knees slightly. So if you've got them locked, soften them slightly. Tilt the pelvis forward. It's kind of a thrusting movement with the groin, and that draws the abdomen in. Bring some tension into the thighs. So we're creating this really nice triangular base. Lifting the spine up. Let's reach the head towards the ceiling and then lift the arms up to shoulder height, stretching the hands away from each other. Fingers widely spread. Just a few breaths in stillness. Feel the body's reaction to this beautiful triangular pose. Now let's move the left toes in and the right toes out. Bring the hips back as they were towards the long edge of the mat. And then we're looking down over the right shoulder towards the right middle finger. In Parshvahasta Padasana. And just feel the work on the hips, the legs. We're still grounding down, keeping that stable triangular base just for a few breaths. We're still trying to keep that rhythm of that nice long and slow breath as always. And now rotate the palms so that they're facing away from you, and allow that right hand to go down by the knee as you stretch the left hand up. We're now moving into a Trikonasana variation of the triangle. And feel the left side of the torso opening as we come into that nice stretch, bend, opening. And you can also feel the compression down the right side of the torso. Just a few breaths here. Always working within your comfortable limit, and that means releasing this pose whenever you need to. And we can slowly come back out of that now. So coming back parallel with the arms. And now let's bend the right knee. We can lengthen this stance a little bit and move into warrior two. So keeping the hips aligned to the long edge of the mat. We're still looking over that right shoulder. The left leg is really stretching back now. It's nice and firm and straight, and we're trying to find that even weight distribution between the right and the left foot, the front and the back. Just a few long breaths. And now let's slowly come out of that. So release the arms, bring the feet parallel once more. And then we can place the hands on the hips, and we're going to take a nice forward bend. So I'm softening my knees quite considerably, leading with my chin and chest, still trying to hold on to that nice straight back as I fold forward as far as I can with the straight back. And then just coming into a fold, releasing the hands down towards the ankles perhaps, and allowing the weight of the upper body and the head just to pull me forward. Releasing down with each exhale. My hands are coming back on the hips now. I'm going to come back up the same way I went down with a nice straight back. So once more, I'm leading with the head, inhaling, trying to keep the back as straight as I can, and I'm coming all the way back up. Well done. I'm bringing my feet a little bit closer together now to find the proportions I need for the triangle once more. Grounding down evenly, and let's work from the bottom once more. So once I've got my feet comfortably grounded, I'm softening the knees, throwing the pelvis forward once more, thrusting with the groin, bringing the belly in, and then stretching the spine once more, reaching the head towards the ceiling, and then raising the arms up to shoulder height. Fingers spread, stretching away from each other. And let's find our stillness so that we can repeat that little sequence on the other side. Just tuning into your body's reaction. Now let's move the right toes in and the left toes out. Realign the hips so that they're still facing the long edge of the mat. And look over the left shoulder this time down towards the left middle finger. Just hold on to those slow breaths and find that nice rhythm. And be there with your body, feeling the sensations. Now let's rotate the palms away from us again. And we're going to let that left hand come down by the left knee as we stretch up with the right and come into our triangle pose on the other side. Feeling that stretch and the expansion down the right side of the torso this time. And just let each exhale take you deeper into that side bend. On the next inhale, I'm slowly coming back up so that the hands are once again parallel to the mat. Bending the left knee this time, shuffling the right foot back to lengthen the stance and finding warrior two this time on the other side. Just check in to make sure your hips are still facing the long edge of the mat. And we'll have a few long breaths here. And once more, let's release the arms now. Straighten the legs. Let's find our triangular base, softening the knees, and let's take another forward bend. This time I'm wrapping my hands behind my back and interlocking my fingers. Pulling the hands away from the shoulders and away from the buttocks. Let's take a nice forward fold and allow the arms to come over as much as they can. Last long breath here. Inhaling, coming back up. And then release the hands. Slowly bringing the feet together. And then just relaxing the body once more, just a small few movements, perhaps swaying from side to side. And then we're going to sit down on the mat. So let's start by finding Dandasana with the legs stretching away from us, lengthening the back of the legs, heels pushing away. Place the hands beside the hips and let's focus our full attention on lengthening the spine. Just creating that space between the vertebrae, stretching the neck, the head towards the ceiling, nice and long. Keep the legs active. Find that nice slow rhythm of your breath again. And on the next inhale, we're going to raise our arms up. So let's do that now. Just a few breaths here. And we're using the hands and the arms to pull the upper body up and find that spine just even longer. In a moment, I'm going to get you to release the arms, but just keep the spine as uplifted as you can. So release the hands, keeping that spine nice and long. Now let's bend the right knee, placing the right foot flat on the floor. Perhaps tugging the shin closer to the body, lifting the spine up, and then turn the torso towards that knee. Turn as much as you can towards that knee now, and perhaps even rearranging the arms so that the left arm cradles the knee and you allow the right hand to come behind you. Don't put too much weight on that right hand, but just try to open that right shoulder, really twisting the torso now. And you can finish that by looking over that right shoulder whilst keeping the left leg active. And we're just going to stay here for a few long breaths and feel that twist. Just one more long breath there. And then slowly unwinding. Both legs stretch away as we find our Dandasana pose just briefly. Stretching the spine up once more, lengthening before our twist. And now let's bend the left knee, placing the left foot flat on the floor. I'm holding on to my shin just below the knee and lengthening the spine one last time before the twist. Slowly twisting towards that knee, towards the left knee, wrapping the right arm around the leg now, opening the shoulder. My left hand goes back to place gently behind me. And I'm twisting my spine now, opening the left shoulder as much as I can, finishing with a twist of the neck, looking over the left shoulder. Just have one more long breath here. And then slowly unwinding again. And releasing both legs. Let's lie down now on our backs briefly. And bring the knees into the chest. Give the legs a little hug and rock from side to side. Just feel that the lower back is pushing down into the mat. And you're massaging those muscles either side of the spine. And now let's find happy baby pose. So the soles of the feet face towards the ceiling. We're reaching in between the knees to try to grab the ankles or the outside edges of the feet, lengthening the back of the neck, perhaps by tucking the chin in, and then just pulling the feet down towards you, the knees coming down towards the outer edges of the torso. Feeling that deep supine squat pose, really working deep into the hips and the groin. Last long breath here. And then slowly release the legs. Place the feet flat on the mat and the ankles quite near to the groin, so that if we reach down with our fingertips, perhaps we can just tickle the back of our heels. Have the feet about a shoulder width apart and grounding down into the soles of the feet. Try not to move the feet now once you've found that position. The knees stay parallel, and in a moment we're going to breathe up into the bridge pose. So grounding down into the feet, we're going to transfer the weight to the upper back and shoulders as we inhale and raise the hips and the pelvis. Keep pushing away with the thighs and just hold it there for a few breaths. Last long breath here. And then when we slowly release this pose, the buttocks come back towards the mat, just rounding the spine vertebrae by vertebrae back down onto the mat. Well done. And you can bring the knees into the chest once more. Just have a final little squeeze, drawing the knees close in, and a little roll from side to side. We're really starting that relaxation process already. In a moment, we're going to release the legs and find our Savasana. But these rocks from side to side really help to release that tension and mentally start that process already. Now I'm going to release the legs one at a time, stretching them away. Allow the ankles to kind of flop open so that the toes flop open at the side. Arms away from the body with the palms facing up. I'm lengthening the spine. So for me, that means picking the head up, tucking the chin slightly, and then placing the head back on the mat. We're just going to spend a few minutes here without moving. Allow your breath to find its own natural rhythm. Don't try to change the breath in any way. Bring your attention to the feet. Relax the toes, release the ankles. Allow the feet to rest. Relaxing the calves and the knees. The powerful thigh muscles can also relax now. Letting go of the legs. And relaxing the buttocks as well so that the hips and the pelvis feel heavy and weigh down onto the mat.